Hey, my name is Zabi, and today we're taking a look at the Master Grade Delta Plus. And for those of you who don't know, this is a model kit, which means I had to spend almost 2 damn months painting and building this thing. Also, he's from Gundam Unicorn, but who cares? The sculpting on this figure is amazing! This angular, almost sinister looking design is really sleek and intimidating. He reminds me of a Michael Bay Transformer. Except not a messy metallic mass of shit. Bumblebee's okay though. And there's so much mechanical detail. I especially like these pistons on his legs. This whole area was originally a flat gray, but I painted it metallic gray and silver. Turned out pretty good. The rest of my paint job could have been better. This kit was my first dry brushing job, and I definitely improved over time. And if you don't know what dry brushing is, it's when you dip a brush in a little bit of paint, but instead of lubing up with paint thinner, you go in dry. Gives it that scratchy look. However, I think I went too far in a few places. The paint on the wings gets a little too brushy. You can tell a brush was here. To me, a good paint job is when you can't tell it's been painted. I mean, when you stab the neighbor's bird because it won't stop squawking at 4 in the morning, you want to get the point across, but you don't want anyone to know you did it. Which reminds me, I gotta take care of something in the backyard. Gardening stuff, you know. I'm loving this head sculpt. Looks like a mechagodzilla. To give color to the forehead and eyes, you're given the sheet of stickers. Instead, I painted them with clear blue and clear red. This faint red dry brushing that simulates his glowing eyes was a pretty clever idea on my part. I've been doing some yoga for the past few days, and I gotta tell ya, I'm getting good at kissing my own ass. That glowing dry brushing effect is also around the forehead camera, his legs, and his butt thrusters. Pretty good weathering here too. That's the Greek letter delta, by the way. Everything on this kit is painted and scratched up, and overall it's not that bad for my first major paint project. The accessories, on the other hand, are also not bad. This part was a separate piece, but I just leave it here. Makes it convenient when you plug him into his not included stand. You also get this awesome rifle that shows off more of the dry brushing. Peg it into his hand and close up the fingers before it falls out, and you get extra clips that you could switch out. This is completely pointless, I like it. And here we have his main accessory. It's a shield. I mean, what else could it be? It's totally not the front of a jet, are you stupid? And because it's a shield, I added extra scratches. And this is most likely the worst shield ever. You also get these 2 beam blades and plug them into these guns, pull them out, and you get some beam sabers. And he comes with these little people, which are to scale. Other than that, they can't do anything. If you open up his cockpit, you can see that I painstakingly painted the pilot. But if he remains hidden behind a door, was he really worth working on? No. I gotta admit, opening up that cockpit was not easy. Moving anything on this figure is not easy. If you don't handle it with the highest amount of care, anything can snap off. Trust me, it's happened already. I absolutely cannot let this thing fall over. I'm going into his posability now. I swear, if anything breaks, I'm blaming you. Oh, 4,300 of you. Also, thanks guys, you're awesome. Ball joint at the head. Swivel here. Shit, I mean, swivel here. Chicken joint. Hinge joint at the wings. Rotation. Rotate at the shoulder. Very loose forward movement. Up and down at these things. Move in and out. Very carefully swivel, please don't. Double bend at the elbow. Ball joint at the wrist. Thumb joint. And a trigger finger 3-finger split. Ball joint at the waist. Ball joints all over his crotch, except his hinge-jointed butt. Ball joint at the hips, double bending knees, knee pad moves up and down, up and down at the ankle, limited ball joint, pivot, and a tippy toe. Strangely enough, this guy stands best when he's on his toes, not so much when he's flat-footed. Great posability, but actually posing it makes me want to kill another bird. Size comparison! Here's a Dinobot, not a Dinobot, Figma Guyver 1, Master Grade Zaku, and the SH Monster Arch Godzilla. So this guy looks awesome, but he's a pain to pose. And if you thought that was bad, oh boy! If you want to skip the clusterfuck that's about to happen, by all means. Transform! That's not a thing they say in the show. First of all, make sure you have these 2 extra pieces on hand. They'll be very important later. Next, remove the arms. This is not in the instructions, but it should be. Unpeg the shoulder and swing this part down. Set those off to the side. Gently lift up the cockpit and chest. This pushes these white parts up and frees up the shoulders. come inside the body. And lift this piece up. Push the head down. Swing the chest all the way up. Next, push up these waist parts. Flatten out the shoulders. Now, lift up the crotch guard. This allows you to separate the crotch. This tiny hook snaps onto a piece somewhere in there, and these pegs on the butt guard barely hold everything in place. Close up the crotch. Now this is where these pieces come in. They snap into place, making everything pretty solid. Plug the legs in. Now grab the arms, reattach them, and you're done. This is good enough. Can I please just stop? We're halfway there. Bend the knees forward and back again. Slide his calf down. Now while pushing on this piece, pull this piece back. Slide the calf back up. Fold up the foot and collapse the toe. Same thing for the other side. Fold up the wings, swing them forward, and rotate them back. They don't snap into place, so use the knee guards to keep them stable. Fold out the big wings and these small wings. Almost done. Now we grab the shield. Extend this part and this part. Clip the shield here and shove this cockpit into the nose. Thank fuck we're done! All that pain and frustration? Totally worth it. I love this jet. Gotta love them Japanese jet robots. Despite the hands just sitting there and the legs being completely obvious, this mode is sleek and seamless. At least you don't have the head poking out from below because the shield beautifully covers that up. You could even take the gun and plug it on his wing. This guy's just the perfect shape for just whooshing around. Shit, I mean, whooshing around. Size comparison part 2. Dinosaur, Guyver, Zaku, Godzilla. Overall, the robot mode is awesome. But the jet mode? Now that's amazing. If I haven't scared you off from model kits yet, go ahead and pick this one up. But after you spend all your precious time building and painting it, never touch it again. Trust me, you don't want any part of this shit! I can't believe I've been doing this for a whole year now. And let me just be real quick. Really, thank you. Thank you so much that you've stuck with me for a year. And I hope that we get bigger and last for fucking 10 more years. Alright. If you like this video, give me a like and a comment. And if you haven't subscribed to me yet, go ahead and click these annotations to see my other stuff. That should scare you off. Check the description for links, and follow me on Facebook and Google Plus for updates on the figures I review. I'll see you next time! Hey, my name is Zabi, and today we're going to take a proper look at the SH Monster Arts 2014 Godzilla.